What's the biggest scam we all just accept? Ticketmaster convenience fees. The value of diamonds. Hi. Your car warranty has expired. This is your final courtesy call before we have to foreclose your car's warranty. Press 1 if you would like to talk with one of our warranty specialists, or press 2 to be removed from our call list. Release day DLC. How expensive funerals are. Companies are taking advantage of emotions, and it's actually cruel. Someone died for goodness sakes, and now you want to break people's banks over it because it's what grandma would have wanted. Convenience fees for paying online. Inkjet printers. Large popcorn. Hear me out. When the only options are a large and a small, if the large is $5 but the small is $2, the theaters don't want you to pick the small. So they'll invent a medium size. But instead of pricing the medium as perfectly between $2 and $5, $3.50, they'll price the medium as slightly less than the large. So, in your mind, you think, well, I could get even more popcorn for just a little bit more. I'd be a fool to miss out on that deal. The theater never wanted you to pick the medium. They just artificially made the large more attractive. Also, essential oils, when used for their health benefits. They're not essential in that they're vital to good health. They're essential in the sense that they have the essence of things. Also, games that aren't finished on the release date, whether it needs a patch or actual paid DLC to be complete. Just push the deadline back, or make the deadline a reasonable one. Being forced to always click I accept terms and conditions by every company online for everything, no matter what those conditions are. Need to pay some medical bills? Well, you can only do it on xxx.paythadoc.cm, and if you don't agree to terms and conditions, you can't get it done. Need to order a specific part from a company? Same thing. Even agreeing to Zoom meetings, if I remember correctly. So we've raised an entire generation of people who don't even bother reading contracts because they are conditioned to believe you have no choice but to agree to the contract. This is extremely insidious and there's no real recourse. Data caps. The way car insurance works, you need it but don't you dare claim or we may cancel your policy or at the very least jack your prices up. MLMs. Those are all corrupt businesses. Lavish marriage ceremonies. University tuition in the United States and student loan debt that follows you for the rest of your life. The food pyramid. There is obviously great info on the contrary nowadays, but many still swear by it. Especially doctors. Commercials on subscription TV. Tipping at restaurants. It would be better for everyone if waiters/waitresses were paid a fair wage instead of relying on tips. Bottled water. Reddit coins. In America, health insurance. Lobbyists and money in politics. Some drugs being illegal/the war on drugs. Health insurance. Most organic and non-GMO foods are literally the same vegetables with a sticker on them that suddenly makes them cost 3x more. Yet people rush to them thinking they are being progressive and woke by buying them. Reddit supposedly being a place where free ideas can be exchanged. Go against the hive mind of any sub and prepare to get eviscerated. Insurance companies trying their absolute fucking best to not do exactly what you pay them whopping sums for every time you need them. Video games being sold half-finished and buggy because it can be patched out when back in the days of GameCube, PS2, and earlier, any bugs on release were permanent because there was no downloading patches/updates. Instead of DLC we had expansion packs for games like Diablo 2 LOD or Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne. Imagine buying a book but half the pages are missing in random spots, and you need to wait for small packs of pages to get released. There'd be outrage. The housing market. In America, the idea that a third party stands no chance in an election. I bet you if we all collaborated on a single candidate, third parties would dominate. That taxes won't cover universal health care. Of course they will, it only costs so much because there are too many people middle managing and taking money out of the pot to look after people. Also health and safety. 90% of it is just don't be stupid and you'll be fine. Insurance. At least in the U.S., there are a lot of insurance companies that won't pay hardly a dime, if anything at all, when you need it. And yet you pay them thousands of dollars a year to not help you, and it's illegal to not have insurance. Bullshit. Loot boxes. Realtors. 20 years ago, they were absolutely essential. Someone had to track which houses were for sale, and maintain that database. But now, people looking to buy a house have access to the same information, pretty much, that realtors do. But they still have the same commission. Why? Because due to the social inertia, realtors have been able to wedge themselves between people selling houses and people buying houses. And they've done this by an informal collusion, where they'll only deal with other parties who also have realtors. So they're more or less not too different than a mafia asking a business for security payments. Wanna sell your house? No problem, just pay $20,000 to the realtor mafia, and we'll make sure nothing bad happens to your customer traffic. That cookies on websites are made to give you the best experience possible. Cable TV. The concept of tipping in the US. I always tip 20%, but restaurants should just pay servers and bartenders a decent hourly wage and benefits. It's idiotic that they survive on generosity. Bethesda releasing unfinished games. The American Dream. The University Experience. Smartphones. Yes, they are using them to track us, but we're perfectly fine with it for some reason. Need a home/address to get a bank account. Need a bank account to get a job. Need a job/income to get a home. Good luck being homeless in Germany. Good looks equals respectability. We'll get buried, but here goes. Interest rate on savings. The historically low interest rate is basically expropriation for anyone who saves money. It's been way behind inflation rate for years. Insurance. Unrepairable electronics, computers, and cars. Just a way of forced obsolescence that doesn't have even the option. Also the subscription model attached to everything, and microtransactions. That the American government actually cares about what's good for the PPL, what they need right now and what they need in the future. It's been a scam for a very, very long time. We allow the rich to get away without paying their fair share of tax. Multi-channel networks. Insurance. Mexico is controlled by the cartel and not the government, and nobody in the world cares/does anything. Health insurance. 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 Glasses, they are all owned by the same company, but we pay more for certain brands. I personally get mine from a local company because I need custom lenses, and they charge less because they make them in-house. US presidential elections. The last president that wasn't trained from birth for the job was Lincoln. Didn't turn out well. It doesn't matter who you vote for, they don't represent the American people, they represent the powerful and rich elite. Razor blade cartridges, cannot stress this enough. School taking full fees for online classes. Duties when getting a package from another country. Credit cards. That the government that was created to represent the people is paid handsomely to represent corporate interests instead. Starbucks. It's not cheaper. It's not more convenient. It's definitely not better. Taxation. Reddit reward badges thingies, pointless. College tuition. Property tax. Religion. The entire global finance system. The idea that we all need it to function is bullshit. It is a corrupted cesspool that has been specifically designed so that you must already be rich to use it and just makes money at the expense of us. It is corrupt and manipulated all the time by those in power. It is the casino that pays out even when you lose. Two-party political system. The worst part is there's not really any logical way to end it. That almond joys are a candy bar. Ink cartridges for printers. Weddings. College. Salads at restaurants. Lettuce at the store costs around $1 but go out to eat and they charge 10. Wage theft. The medical industry. In Germany the GEZ. Broadcasting fees you must pay even if you got no device that could play it. Projects just end up over budget, the city and contractors can't do anything about that. Yes you fucking can. Problems like oh well, it turns out there are utilities in the street are easily foreseen and should be included in your goddamn bids. Instead they get used as a reason to be 4 years behind schedule and tens of millions of dollars over budget. Not being able to know what a service will cost until after you purchased it. The mainstream media. Well, not all of us. The IRS. The Federal Reserve persevering face can't believe why Americans don't care about this. Academic journals. Authors need to pay to get published, but readers need to pay to read them. What a load of bullshit. Reddit awards karma and awards. Who gives a fuck? Government. Taxes that go to the politician instead of helping the community. Insurance. You're going to pay us money just in case something happens. Oh, nothing happened. Give us money anyway. No, you can't have it back. Hot MILFs in your area. College textbooks. Oh, you have version 3? Nah, sorry, you need version 4 that has literally no changes but costs twice as much. Printer ink. The cost of college educations. Because of the availability of student loans, universities are free to extort as much as they want, knowing society sees college as a necessity, for the most part, and that students will just take out a $100,000 loan so they can afford $400 textbooks and crap. Taxation of citizens and the federal government. I believe that regional government is the superior model and concept. Hotel resort fees. Is it just a Vegas thing or everywhere else? Pet rent. WTF, we already pay a pet deposit. BLM organization. For-profit health insurance. Apple's ridiculous prices and fees for repair. Annual vehicle registration and associated fees. Seriously, it costs enough just to keep a vehicle in good working condition. I shouldn't have to shell out $100 plus to the state every year just to keep their permission to use it. Being charged by banks to store or use your own money when they're already making money off your money by lending it to others with interest. But no, they need to be able to charge you $10 a month in the middle of a pandemic if you don't have $500 direct deposited into your account or don't have $500 consistently in your account for the month. I'm still salty. I tried looking for other banks but it seems every bank does this. Fractional banking. Don't Google that if you want to sleep peacefully tonight. Ticketmaster. College degrees. Health insurance not being a right. Casinos. The only one that will gain money at the casinos are the ones that work at the casinos. Thank you for watching the video. Welcome to Reddit Wisdom. Here you will learn the wisdom of the crowd, the wisdom of Reddit. Please consider subscribing for more Reddit wisdom.